Spring, one of two transitional seasons. Personally, my favorite seasons. What I like most about spring is the colors you see when the flowers are blooming. Where I'm located, spring is a fairly cool season, and I wanted to take this opportunity to do something a little bit different. I'm going to be building a spring wardrobe from scratch, based off the clothing I already own in my closet. I'm gonna be selecting each piece one by one and explaining to you what it is and why I chose it. If you guys know me in this channel, you guys know that for me, versatility is key, and I try to dress in a myriad of ways while just sticking true to me. I'm gonna be breaking this wardrobe down into 5 categories. We have bottoms, tops, outerwear, footwear, and accessories. And I'm gonna showcase them to you in that order. Side note, if you guys hear a rumbling or a buzzing noise, that is coming from upstairs. I had a bit of a disastrous situation happen a couple of days ago. A water line bursted in my house, which caused a significant problem. Water is flooding through the entire house. So there's currently fans and heaters and all kind of blowers going. I didn't want to turn them off since we're trying to get the house dry, but I went ahead and turned them down so hopefully it wouldn't be too distracting. So if you are able to pick up on that, that's what that is. The goal with this somewhat capsule wardrobe is to almost operate like I don't necessarily have one. Of course, technically I do, but I wanted to approach it like I didn't. I'm actually wearing clothes that I typically wear around the house. I wouldn't really wear this out of the house unless I was maybe going to the gym or something. You wouldn't have really seen me wear something like this in a format of this style. I wanted to try to keep it as true as I possibly could, so this is how I'm rocking. As you can see, the first pair of bottoms I have here is going to be a pair of black pants. Now these are the, what are they? The 847, 874s, I forgot the name of them, but these are by Dickies. So these are a pair of, I believe, cotton pants, which are fairly rigid, fairly stiff. They have a slightly higher rise, which of course sits at your waist. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know I've been liking high-waisted trousers. So that's kind of what I was looking for when I just found these. And actually these are brand new, I've yet to actually wear them. So I figured that it would be a good addition to this spring wardrobe. Next up, we have a pair of light blue jeans, which is somewhat like a stonewash. These are the Zara 90 Slim, I believe. I've actually had these for a few years. One of the reasons why I chose light wash jeans, and I actually do have another pair that I selected, I just feel like light wash jeans works best in the spring and summer. When you get into the fall and into the winter, typically want to wear more darker clothing. Spring, lighter colors typically work better. As you can see, these don't have any fades or anything on them. They're just light blue all the way through, and they're just a really versatile pair of pants. They are a bit on the short side. They kind of limit some ways that you can wear them. I will probably wear them with like white socks and maybe a pair of loafers or some taller lace-ups. That's a really good way to wear a pair of pants that doesn't have that long of an inseam. Next, you can see we have another pair of light blue jeans. Now these are going to be a little bit darker, more light wash. These actually have subtle fading throughout the legs, and as you can see, blown out knees. Now these are going to be Abercrombie & Fitch 90 Slim. I like these because they have a really good fit, and although destroyed jeans aren't as popular as they used to be, I think they're going to work really well during the spring. Again, spring and summer are the times that you want to wear things like this because it kind of just works with the season. This pair and the previous pair I just thought made a really good combination. The other ones are solid in color, no rips, no nothing. Of course, we have the blown out knees on this. Then I wanted to add a pair of dark wash jeans. So here we have a pair of Levi's, which are the 512s, which is a slim fit. These are just dark throughout the leg, no fades, no nothing. And I like getting my dark wash jeans in a bit of a longer inseam and just giving them a bit of a cuff. I just like that contrast down at the bottom. For some reason, I always just like how that looks. So most of my dark washes, I just get a little bit longer. These are gonna be an extremely versatile pair to have for this wardrobe, and I think dark wash jeans like this is just one of the best color washes as far as versatility goes that you can have throughout the entire year. So no matter what season it is, I'm probably going to add a pair of these into any capsule wardrobe. Next, we have something a bit on the unique side. Here we have a pair of high-waisted Gurkha waistband pleated trousers. These are from, I believe, Banana Republic, if I remember correctly. I've actually had these, yeah, Banana Republic. I've actually had these for probably like a year, maybe worn them like once or twice. So I wanted to go ahead and get some use out of them. They are in a relaxed fit, so they are a bit on the roomier side. These just have a really nice cut on them. I love what they sit at the waist. They have a cargo pocket on the right side with a flap and a flat pocket on the back as well. Really nice trousers in a versatile color. It's kind of hard to go wrong with something like this. And if you love high-waisted trousers, I don't know if they still make these, but I would definitely find something that's similar. Lastly, for the bottoms, we have a pair of gray sweatpants. These are from Talentless. They're in the light gray color. And as I already mentioned, lighter colors, spring and summer, is gonna be great. Sweatpants for this time of year, I think it's a really, really good go-to. The light gray color is really versatile, really popular, and it's just a really easy wear. So I wanted to add a pair of these, which is gonna be a really good comfort addition to this wardrobe. Following the trend from the last pair, we have the matching top, which is a light gray hoodie. Now this is also from Talentless. Same material, same fabric, same color, nothing changes. We just have this hoodie to wear with the pants to make it a set. And of course, we can also wear them as separates if need be. Next, we have this white and blue striped t-shirt, which is from J. Crew. Now this is a piece I've had for a few years. One of the reasons why I decided to add this is because I think stripe just gives really good detail to certain looks, and they just really bring really good visual interest. It'll be great for layering and just adding that detailed element. White and blue is just a really good color to go with. Extremely versatile. It works in so many different ways, so this is really gonna come in handy for this wardrobe. Of course, tops and base layers should be more on the simple side, at least in my opinion. So we have a simple white t-shirt. Now this is from Uniqlo. Had this for a few years. I don't know the exact name of it, but simple white t-shirt. Of course, white tees, wear them by themselves, wear them with layering pieces. White t-shirts are just a wardrobe staple, an essential in my opinion, so of course I had to add one to this wardrobe. And on the complete opposite end of the spectrum for a white t-shirt is going to be a black t-shirt. And because I had the white in a short sleeve, I went ahead and added the black in a long sleeve, also from Uniqlo. I believe this is the same line, just the long sleeve version. Also had it for a few years. And this one also has a pocket on the left chest. The main reason is just to add that versatility to the wardrobe. Of course, black is a no-brainer, at least for me. And I know this is gonna come in handy with a lot of these pieces, especially with some of those pieces like the light blue stonewash jeans that I've shown you. Black pairs really good with those. Next, I'm adding a white sweatshirt. This one is by Hanes, which I've had this one for maybe about a year or so. Of course, we already talked about the white t-shirt, how much versatility that has in it. This is gonna be just a different version, just a little bit heavier. For outfits where I feel like a white t-shirt is just not suiting it properly, or if I'm not getting the correct weight that I want out of that piece and that feel, this is gonna be an excellent option. Next on our tops, we have a few pieces of knitwear. Now this first piece you see here is gonna be a cable knit sweater, which is by Ralph Lauren. Gray is an essential color. I think gray and navy are probably two of the most versatile colors in clothing. For me, I think that's one of the reasons why jeans are blue. They're extremely versatile. And with gray being a neutral, it just has extreme versatility. So this gray sweater is gonna come in real handy. And then we have the navy logo on the left chest. It's just a really comfortable knit. It's gonna be really good for layering. And of course, the cable knit detail is gonna give it excellent texture. Next, we have this long sleeve polo, I believe it is, which is from H&M. Also had this one for a few years, I think, in a slim fit. As you can see, a lot of these colors that I'm going with are just really versatile colors that can work in a lot of different ways, and of course they can work with each other in a lot of different ways. This one has a 2-button placket. Of course, it is long sleeves. That's the reason why I chose it, and I think it's gonna suit this wardrobe quite nicely. Next is a white turtleneck. We have the white t-shirt, the white sweatshirt, and something with a bit of a higher neck, gonna be a turtleneck, or of course you can go with a mock neck. I'm going with a turtleneck for this one. It's gonna be great for layering, of course. I can even put the sweater over it just to have the white piece sticking out around the neck. It's gonna give it a bit of contrast and get some really good detail. This one is from H&M. It is a slim fit, and I actually like these. They're not really too much on the expensive side. To be honest, they're not the highest of quality, but I like them because they serve a good purpose and they work out pretty well. The last piece for our tops is another knitwear, and this one is gonna be also from H&M. Yes, also from H&M. And this is gonna be a quarter zip long sleeve sweater. It has really good weight, not too heavy. I think it's gonna be perfect for the spring season. Pieces like this are really good for spring and fall. It's just a bit of a change from your typical pieces. That zip just gives a little bit of extra detail. Of course, you can wear it up, you can wear it open, and even wear something under it to get more layering, more detail. So I wanted to add this so I can spice up this wardrobe just a little bit more. First up on the outerwear, we have a denim chore jacket, which is by Dickies. As you can see, it's in a dark blue color with white contrasting stitching. Contrasting stitching isn't something I typically go for. I typically like for things to be more on a subtle end. The contrasting stitching with this one ended up making it kind of more of like a somewhat of a statement piece. Usually a denim jacket wouldn't be, especially one that's like just predominantly blue. That would be more of something that's like bold colors or bold patterns. But this one is kind of like, it does its own thing. So I wouldn't be doing too much with it. I just think it's gonna be a really good piece for this wardrobe. I've had this one for maybe about like a year and a half, worn it a few times, not as much as I probably could have. So that's why I wanted to add it to this wardrobe. It needs some more wears. Next for the outerwear, I'm adding a navy blue puffer vest. I've already talked about navy and how versatile it is. So for that reason, that's of course why I added it. But I think puffer vests in general are really good pieces for layering. So they end up being an outer piece to allow you to see the sleeves or whatever you're wearing underneath. So I think it's a really good detail, really good added detail for the wardrobe that I'm building for this spring. This one is reversible. So this is the side I'm going to be utilizing the most. The other side is more of like a, how would I describe it? More of like a nylon or like a waterproof kind of like exterior. It's not bad, but I'm going to be wearing it more from this side. Then we have this Adidas windbreaker, which I don't really own too many windbreakers. And this one I actually got from a thrift store, man, a few years back. Don't wear it as often, and I don't really go thrifting as often. It's something I wanted to add because I think windbreakers are really good during the spring. It's lightweight, breathable, and I think this is gonna work really good with the light blue jeans and also the sweats as well. I can even wear this over the hoodie with the sweatsuit set. I'm gonna be able to get good wear out of this one, so I added it for that reason. Next, we have an overshirt, which is from Zara, and this one is going to be a green and beige houndstooth plaid overshirt. Talked about it before with the pattern, especially one like this being more of like a statement piece. I would wear this more subdued and more simple. And of course the rest of the wardrobe is fairly on the simple side. So I wanted to add this to get a little more pop of color, and I don't really have a whole lot of color in this wardrobe. This is like the first colorful piece that I've added. 2 front chest pockets, slightly relaxed fit. It is gonna work really well with a lot of other pieces that I selected. Really a no-brainer for this wardrobe. Another overshirt, this one in dark brown, also from Zara, so very similar to the last one. This one is a bit roomier though, so it has more room, more of a relaxed fit. Of course, the dark brown is gonna work really well with a lot of what I've already selected, so it just made sense. This is gonna fit right in with the wardrobe. Rounding out the wardrobe, I wanted to add another piece that just gave a little bit more color because again, I didn't have that much of it to begin with. And this is going to be, of course, a burgundy varsity jacket, which is from Abercrombie & Fitch. So of course we have the burgundy body, the cream sleeves and cream colored accents, pop of color for a fairly muted wardrobe. This is gonna really give us some color to go along with that. And the last piece for the outerwear is going to be a khaki colored trench coat, which this one is by ASOS. And it's fairly lightweight, so it works really good in the spring. I've always loved khaki trench coats. I just think they're so versatile and amazing for layering, especially when they're lightweight, because you can wear them in the springtime and add additional layers underneath them. That's just the way that I like to wear them, and that's like the best way to go in my opinion. You're just able to create good layers, good texture, good detail through looks, and I feel like I'm always gonna have some version of one of these in my wardrobe, if not a couple, because again, they work in so many different ways. So this was a no-brainer for me. I had to add it. We have the belt at the back, which I don't really use often. I usually just leave it hanging. Now we have the footwear. I gotta be honest with you guys. This was the category that I struggled the most with. I kept overdoing it, or I kept wanting to overdo it. Honestly, I may have already overdid it. I have 8 pieces of footwear. Is that the right way to say it? I have 8 footwear options. I wanted to break it down so I had what I would need for any type of scenario or any type of look that I wanted to put together. So I have sneakers, loafers, and boots. That's kind of how I wanted to structure this. If I went overboard, let me know. but I was really struggling with this one. First up, a no-brainer was a pair of white sneakers. This was the easy choice for me. White sneakers are gonna go with anything and everything. And I went with the Adidas Supercourt, which are some of my favorite sneakers to wear, especially white sneakers. They're extremely comfortable. They're gonna work great with some more casual looks and also some of the sporty looks with the sweats as well. Again, these were an easy choice, a no-brainer, and they just made sense. Then I added more of an athletic sneaker, which is gonna be these New Balance 991s. And these just have a really good color scheme on them. We have the gray, some of the navy, a little bit of hits of red. So it's gonna work great with the earth tone base that I kind of have going on. So we have the white sneakers and these, and now pretty much do it for the low top sneakers. Next for the sneakers are gonna be these high top sneakers, which of course are gonna be the Chuck 70s in this burgundy color. I wanted to add at least one high top sneaker, and I went ahead and added this color because I thought it would be a really good pop of color for the outfits that were more on the simple basic side. And of course I did have that varsity jacket, which had a very similar, if not same color. So if I wanted to kind of play off of those colors with each other, I could. So these are gonna be my one pair of high top sneakers. Let's move on to the next pair. Now we're gonna look at the boots. I have two pair of boots, and then we'll finish off with the loafers. For the first pair of boots, I have these Doc Marten 1460s in this cognac brownish color. I absolutely love these boots. I think these are some of the most versatile colors, or one of the most versatile colors to own in a pair of boots. I can wear these boots pretty much year round. No matter what time of year it is, no matter what season it is, I feel like I could wear a pair of boots in this color. So I wanted to add them to the spring wardrobe. I think it's gonna look really, really good with a lot of the earth tone pieces that I have, a lot of the beige pieces, the khaki pieces. Pretty much most of what I've added to this wardrobe is gonna work with these boots. So I added them for that reason. When I was doing this, I looked at these and I was like, yep, definitely those. So I picked these. Let's see what the next boots are. The next boots are gonna be these dark brown, beautiful mock toe boots from Koyo. I just love the richness of the color. They have a subtle waxness on the upper. I don't necessarily love that so much, but they still look good. I don't know if the wax is more of like a weather treatment. I haven't wet them and tested to see if it beads off. It will make sense because that's usually what you would treat something with wax for. One of the reasons why I added this is because of course we have a lot of brown and beige in this wardrobe, but that dark brown overshirt from Zara is gonna pair really well with these, I think. I think it's gonna be a really good combination to wear together or to layer with that jacket and just have this as a footwear. I think it's gonna look good. These are my second pair of boots. Let's look at the loafers. The loafers is where I was struggling. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys because I wanted to have at least two pair of loafers. I wanted to have a black and a brown. But then when I selected those, I feel like I was just missing something in the middle. So I ended up adding a third, which put me in that middle color that I felt like I needed. Let me know if you guys think I did too much. Let me know if you feel like I should have only kept it at two. But again, I was struggling, so I just said, heck with it, I'm adding all three. The first pair of loafers that I added is gonna be these black kilty loafers from GH Bass. And these are going to be the ones with the lug sole, which is the regular lug sole, not the super lug. I feel like those were just a bit too thick for my liking. But the lug sole has been trendy, I will add. It's been a very trendy option, but it works in more casual looks. And this wardrobe is fairly casual. Leather soles are more dressy, or at least they lend themselves to be worn in more dressy outfits or dress casual outfits. The lug sole is fairly more on a casual side. You can kind of wear these more with streetwear, and I think it still look good and still works. Not to say you can't do that with leather loafers, but the lug soles work better for that. So I added a pair of black, which was a no-brainer because the black is going to pretty much go with everything. But of course, I also wanted to have a pair in brown. So I added the same ones just in a different color, which is going to be the whiskey colorway, also from GH Bass. This was my spectrum here, the black and the brown. Not extremely dark brown, but mid, kind of like cognac, a little bit darker than the boots, or quite a bit darker than the boots. These are the boots, these are loafers, much darker, but this is gonna be more like a lighter cognac, and this is more of like a darker cognac. But they both have a lot of versatility in them, this and the boots, so I feel like they're both gonna work. Black and brown loafers, for me, made so much sense for this wardrobe, so I went with them. But I felt like I was missing something just right in between, so I added these tan loafers, or light brown loafers, and these are by Rhodes. These also have a lug sole, but they aren't as thick as these right here. Black, this whiskey color, and this light brown. I wanted to have that spectrum for this wardrobe. The sneakers, the boots, and the loafers, that is gonna be my footwear option for this wardrobe. Let me know what you guys think. Did I overdo it with the footwear? That's kind of where I was most cautious and most curious about, is to see if I overdid it. Now that I went through them, I don't feel like I did, but if you guys think I did, let me know down below in the description section. The last category in this capsule wardrobe is going to be accessories. First up, we have the belts. So I have two belts. One is going to be a black belt and the other one is going to be a brown braided belt. Self-explanatory. The primary purpose is to keep your pants up. However, personally, I don't really use belts in that way. Typically, most of my pants fit my waist fairly well, or at least close enough. In most cases, a belt isn't really required. If I'm wearing a belt, it's primarily for aesthetic purposes or just to have that added piece just to bring everything else together. A black belt and a brown belt, I feel like would do just that for this wardrobe. The black belt would probably mostly be worn with the black loafers, and the brown belt would probably also be worn with the brown loafers or the brown boots. That's what I wanted to add them for, just for those looks where I feel like I may need that added accessory. And who knows, maybe I won't even use them, but I wanted to add them just in case. Next, I went with a rust colored knit scarf. I just wanted to add one scarf just to add a little bit of extra detail, maybe some warmth to these looks, because sometimes in spring, you know, we do have 40, 50 degree weather. Not as common, but it does happen. I knew it would also work with some of my footwear choices, like the boots, the 1460s in that cognac color, or maybe even the whiskey colored loafers. It would really work with things like that, just to kind of give you some really good complementary colors, or it could be a pop of color / statement piece for a look that doesn't have that much color in it. Will it come in handy often? I don't know, probably not. Maybe I might get it in maybe a look or two, but I just wanted to have it just in case because it could end up being a really good detailed piece. The next accessory that I focused on was going to be headwear, which of course primarily is going to be hats. So I have 3 hats that I went with. I was struggling here too, to be honest. I was struggling because I didn't know exactly what was going to fit best. All of these pieces, I did not try them out together. I just picked pieces one by one of what I felt I wanted to have in this wardrobe. I went into it blind without actually putting these stuff together. But when you are building a wardrobe, you're not really able to try everything out together. You pick what you like and then try to make it work. And that's what I did with this one. So with the hats, first up, we have this New York Yankees snapback in navy blue. I've had this hat forever and it's one of my favorite fitting hats. And of course the Yankee in navy, I would say it's a extremely versatile piece, or at least for a hat goes. So versatile, I was struggling which one I like best because I have them in a few different fits, but I have these two both in navy with the New York Yankee. So this one is more of a dad hat style. It's unstructured in the front. It has the curved brim, more fitted on the head, and it has the 47 branding on the side here. This is more so like the more popular option these days. I was struggling because I like the look of both, but I prefer the fit of this one. But I feel like this one may look good with certain looks. This one will look good with certain looks that this one didn't look good with. I went ahead with both. Let me know what you guys think. Which one do you feel like I should roll with moving forward as I put together these looks? Or should I just keep both? I'm gonna hold on to both for now, but I may drop one and keep the other. For whatever reason, following this Yankee trend, I went ahead with this one as well, which has more of a beige crown with the navy brim. So it kind of just like switches it up a little bit, kind of gives you more of a two-tone color scheme, adds a bit more contrast to the piece, so it stands out a little bit more in that aspect. Also have some added details over here with some added red, and of course the MLB. And this one is a fitted. This one is the regular adjustable strap, and this one is a snapback. Why did I choose the New York Yankee for all of these? Honestly, I didn't necessarily plan to. I just went with the hats that I felt will look the best as far as color and fit. Being that the pieces that I have are mostly earth tones, navy works really, really good with that. The beiges, navies, and browns, it's just, it's really hard to beat and pass up on that. That's kind of why I went with that. It wasn't intentional, but it kind of looks like it was, but I promise you it wasn't. It just happened to work out that way. All 3 are going to be New York Yankee hats. Mind you, I'm not from New York, don't live in New York. I do like New York. I don't think these are the only New York Yankees hats that I own. I think I may have like 1 or 2 more, but these could be. I'm not entirely sure. These are gonna be the 3 hat choices for now. And if you feel like I should choose one or the other between the navy blue ones, just let me know. Next, I wanted to add a couple pieces of eyewear, which is going to be sunglasses. The first pair is going to be these pair of Ray-Bans in black. I always forget the model number for these, but these are the 4184s. These are some of my favorite sunglasses. Anytime I travel, I'm typically carrying these. Anytime I want to wear a pair of black sunglasses, I'm usually grabbing these. They're just a really good oval shape pair of sunglasses. I think these are more of like the new Wayfarers, if I'm not mistaken. They don't have that exaggerated slant like the Wayfarers do. They're more of like, not necessarily straight, but a little bit slanted. They look really good. I like these a lot. I wanted to add something in brown. So these are going to be a pair of brown frame, somewhat tortoise, which is not like an exaggerated tortoise, more of a wider, bigger tortoise pattern. And these are going to be by TBD Eyewear, and if any of you are familiar, they're called the Bespoke Dudes. These are, I believe, wait, where are these from? Crap, was it Ireland? No, crap, I forgot where these are from. I'll put it on the screen because I have actually a few pair of sunglasses from them, like 3 or 4. Really high quality. I just really like the look of these. They have a really good shape, as you can see. They're gonna work really well with a lot of my accessories, the boots. This is gonna be something that really complements those pieces and just really builds a really good overall outfit. So the next up for the accessories is going to be bags. So I have 2 styles of bags that I'm going to be using to complement these looks. First up, we have this rucksack in a somewhat dark cognac color, leather pebbled finish. I actually picked this one up about a year and a half ago, something like that, from an Etsy seller. 100% leather. A lot of brands sell these things for $300-400, and I believe I paid like $150, somewhere around that, for this bag. As you can see, the color is just really versatile. I think it's gonna work really well with some of these looks. So days I gotta do a lot of movement, I wanna carry my laptop, maybe a piece of clothing, change of something. I always try to keep my pockets free. I can always use these pockets to store things in them if I need to. It's just a really versatile bag to own, and the color is perfect. The next bag option is going to be this 2-tone tote bag, and this oatmeal and taupe is what I'm gonna call this. Oatmeal and taupe tote bag. It has a zipper that encloses this, and for the life of me, I cannot remember where I got this one, but I had it for maybe like a year or so. I feel like it could have been Amazon. If it is Amazon, I'll link it down below. If there's gonna be a look where I won't be using a backpack and I need to carry something, it works really well with the rest of the wardrobe, being that it's mostly earth tone. This is gonna work right in with that, in my opinion. These are the 2 bags that I have, but I also have one more accessory. Let me grab it. The last accessory is probably gonna make the most sense given the time of year. It's gonna be an umbrella. Of course, we talked about it already. This time of year, of course, rain is a big part of that. Right now, it's actually raining outside. For this reason, you always gotta have an umbrella when it's raining. Me personally, I just don't like being wet. I can't stand when I get somewhere and I gotta park far and it's just pouring rain. I would imagine that nobody likes that. This is more on the bigger side. Usually, I keep an umbrella in my car like at all times, 24/7. So if I don't have an umbrella with me, then I have that. But it's a smaller one. This one also has a beautiful aesthetic, so it can also be a part of your outfit. It has a really nice, comfortable handle, so if it's raining outside, this is something that you can carry with you as a part of your outfit, really, but also protect yourself. Now that you've seen this entire wardrobe, here's the goal. My goal is over the next month and a half, over this next 2 months really, the spring season, I am going to be utilizing this wardrobe as primarily as I can. I will sprinkle in a few other pieces here and there, but I'm going to try to create as many looks as I can with these pieces. I'll be doing a lot of short form content with these here on YouTube Shorts. So a lot of get ready with me, I'll be using these pieces, but I'm also gonna do a dedicated spring outfit video also using these pieces, so stay tuned for that. Let me know which piece was your favorite in this spring wardrobe. And if you're excited to see more videos of me utilizing these pieces, be sure to stay tuned, subscribe, and click the bell to turn on notifications, so when I upload another video, you'll be notified. And when you click the bell, don't forget to set them to all so you receive all of those notifications from future videos. That does it for me on this one. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.